My name is Al Gretzky, and I am your Freedom Party candidate in the provincial by-election in London West. This opportunity to vote should not have been a by-election. It should have been an opportunity for the voters of Ontario to pass judgment on a government which has misused and wasted taxpayers' dollars for their personal gain. And what would the outcome of that been? They would have voted them out. They would have put them in a position where they no longer could create things like e-health or Orange or billion-dollar gas plant fiascos. So London West, it's been given to you to speak for others in Ontario. Now, you can't vote in a new leader. The NDP Liberal Coalition saw to that. But what you can do is you can speak for everyone about choice. What kind of choice? Well, you can choose to tell the politicians that you are sick and tired of being lied to, cheated, and ignored. That a choice between Liberal left, NDP left, and Conservative almost left, it's really no choice at all. You can choose to stand up and say no to political parties who view revenue as their personal bank account. You could also choose to start a new way of doing business at Queen's Park, the Freedom Party way, where people matter and the voice is heard. Now, here's one thing that I would like for you to take into consideration before you step into that election booth. No matter who wins this by-election, the government will not fall. The Liberal NDP coalition minority government that we have currently running Ontario will still exist. So that gives you, London voters, the rare opportunity to be able to stand up and show the old parties how disgusted you are with the abuse that they've bestowed on the province of Ontario. And a simple way to do that, elect your Freedom Party candidate as a member. Now, listen carefully to what the old partiers are saying about the problem we're having currently with finance. The Liberals, who dug the debt hole that we currently find ourselves in, their solution to the problem is dig the hole deeper, more taxes and more spending. The NDP, they've studied that plan and they're right on board with that. They just signed on to help with the digging. Now, Silent Tim and the Conservatives, they are trying desperately to separate themselves from the other two parties. Unfortunately, he's not able to bring himself to say, I'm going to stop the digging. The best he will do is say, I won't dig quite as fast. Isn't that nice of him? Compare that to the Freedom Party. We believe that not only should you stop the digging, you need to start filling in that hole so that Ontario can get back on the road to prosperity. And what would be a good way of starting that? Cancellation of the Green Energy Plan. That would be an excellent start. In the long term, that would mean billions of dollars to Ontario. In the short term, that would mean hydro rates would be kept at a level where households could afford to pay and business can afford to stay. There'd be choice in healthcare, choice in education, lower taxes. It's choices. It's all about your choice. Smaller, smarter government. Or keep feeding the black hole in Toronto. It's time to tell those politicians that status quo has got to go. Tell them by electing your Freedom Party candidate, Al Gretzky. The simple act of electing a Freedom Party member is going to begin to change the way politicians view the voters not only in London, but all of Ontario. they are going to have to take you seriously, because they can see that you really are looking for something better, and currently they're not it. You will be able to show all the other ridings what they're going to have to do to take Ontario from a have-not situation with government spending out of control to a have province where government lives within its means, and the people, that's you and me, we get to choose whether we keep or spend the money we earn ourselves. If that sounds like a good idea to you, I ask you to vote Freedom Party, Al Gretzky on Election Day. Thank you.